Hello, I'm chess expert Gil Luna. A lot of times I get the question, what is the fastest checkmate? And believe it or not, the fastest checkmate is in 2 moves. Now I'm going to show you how to do the 2-move checkmate and why it happens. First of all, in the starting position, the weakest pawns on the board are the f2 and f7 pawns. Now the reason these pawns are so weak is because they are only protected by the king. And by now you should know that you can't trade a king. So the second we move these pawns, what we do is we open up our king. We create a weak diagonal to our king by moving the f pawn. All right, now normally you should not move the f pawn in the opening. Now I say normally because like everything else in life, there are exceptions. Strong players know when they can move the f pawn in the opening, but normally new and beginning intermediate players should not be playing the f pawn early. Even though this is a real opening f4, it is a little dangerous. So let's say white goes ahead and plays f4. In this position as black, what we want to do is we want to access this diagonal so we can get to this king. So the correct move in this position would be to play e6. Now e5 is an actual opening as well. But for the sake of doing the 2-move checkmate, we're going to play e6. So here, if white plays g4, the game is over. We have queen h4, checkmate. Now, why is it checkmate? Well, nothing can block the queen. There's nothing that can be put on these 2 squares, okay? The king cannot move anywhere, right? The king has no legal moves. And the queen cannot be captured. There's nothing that can capture the queen. So the game is over. Checkmate. Now, it can be reached by changing the move order. For example, let's say somebody plays g4 first. Right? This is also open. This is called the grob, but it's not very common or played nowadays. But g4 can be played. So let's say somebody plays g4. So right away, the best thing to do is, once again, what we want to do is we want to access this diagonal towards the king. So the correct move in this position would be to play e5. Okay, now in the grob, the move against g4 is to actually play d5. Okay, but for the sake of the 2-move checkmate, once again, we are going to play e5 because we want to access this diagonal. So here, if white plays f3, then we have, once again, queen h4, checkmate. e6 can also be played. Instead of e5, you can play e6. And if white plays f3 or f4, once again, we have checkmate. So this is the fastest checkmate in chess. Only 2 moves. And this is one of the reasons why you should not move your f pawn in the opening until you gain experience. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something, and I hope you enjoyed this video.